Okay, this will be an interesting one. Let's see what we have. We'll show you after, of course, after I've done the setup. Sorry, my hand's shaking as it usually does. Sick of this shaky bit. Done that. Let's see what we have. We have here a pair of running shorts. We're just going to turn it over and show you where I'm going to use. I'm going to use this side of the bum, so the bum of the pants. I'm going to use the bum. We're going to get those lovely stars into the picture. So I'm just going to pick it up with my camera hand and I'm going to place it pretty well where we hopefully will want it. Try and flatten it out as best as I can. So yeah, a pair of jogging pants. Yeah, that looks interesting, but we've got this part there we don't want. I'm going to have to move it up a bit, if I'm correct, or down, I'm not sure. I think I've got to pull it down actually. Okay, let's see how that looks. That looks really quite nice. I do like that pattern. Wondering which way we're going to move it. If we're going to move it across. But basically, yeah, I'm just getting these done to make these look really interesting. I'm really missing a loved one, folks. I'm trying to get my work recognised so I can get, I'm hoping to get in touch with Luigi by going on television. Now we've got the edge of that too far across. But basically I'm trying to get my stuff out there on television so I can get in touch with a loved one that I've lost a long time ago. It seems almost futile, given that we have heaps of coronavirus coverage, although I'm thinking it might have eased off. Well, I saw some television in a cafeteria. I was drinking my morning coffee and the Today Show, and it didn't seem to have the old plaster all over the place attitude towards it. Now this looks shit house. We've got a stitch. What have I done wrong? But basically, yeah, it doesn't look like there is as much coverage, but it's still, it only takes a little flare up and then you're going to have to go and deal with the rolling coverage, which is what has been done with this virus over the months that we've had it. So I'm hoping there'll be a break, enough of a break to broadcast this material. it's challenging trying to get the TV channels interested in my stuff. Now that is a fucking I didn't want that. So it's really challenging trying to get my stuff out there when the coronavirus people do want to know, even though they don't. Because the coronavirus, you know, they think that you want updates all the time and you want to know what the virus is doing and what it had to eat as in people's lives. I mean, seriously. I know that wasn't a funny joke, saying what it wanted to eat. But basically, it is consuming lives. Now, we can't get this too far across, because if we do, we're going to get that crease. So maybe we could enlarge it on the horizontal, but basically it really does get a bit boring hearing about this coronavirus, COVID-19, whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it, folks. But I mean, a love story, I'm sure, would be a welcome change from the death, disease, destruction, and all the rest of the D words that have negative or negative connotations. So yeah, we do need a bit of a change in things. We need to make things a little bit more positive, if we can. It might be good in more ways than one to have something like a love story in the news, because we have people in quarantine, we have people in lockdown. They don't really want to hear everything about the virus. After all, they've been locked down and quarantined because of it. You know, thinking about the people in Victoria, like Melbourne, people having to disrupt their own lives to try to stave off any more spread of the virus. So we need something to keep these people entertained. We need some fucking good entertainment. Why should these people constantly be bombarded with the very thing that's locking them away or causing curfews and shit? Why? Why should we be wrapped in it? You know, why should we be constantly flooded with stuff? Yes, it's good to know a bit. It's good to have some information, but not fucking this silly rolling coverage. And it's the same not just with the coronavirus. The bushfire season. I know the bushfires you have to know because they could be at your doorstep and you could be out somewhere, or you could be in that house and that house is in danger. So I don't know, maybe it's a bit different with the bushfires, but still they're getting the coverage and they're taking up space on but basically, yeah, but the coronavirus, you don't need all that rolling coverage. And even with the bushfires, you do need a break. You can't keep getting fed that shit all the time. Trying to line these up, I just nudged it. I don't know if I like this. I think the stars are not in the middle. Anyway, actually that's not too bad. I think now we can call this little demo, or not so little demo, quits.